Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said, say Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah.
Welcome back to Vlogmas Day 16? 17? Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. If you're new here, I am Monet. If you're not new here, what's up, girl? And I am so excited for today's video. I just listened to Adeline Marin's new podcast, episode 2, Female Friendships, and it was like hanging out with your best friend, having a girl talk, which is the title of her podcast, so I guess that's the point. But it just got me so excited to have a chit chat. So I thought I would do a hot takes video. I put a question box up on Instagram a few hours ago asking for all your hot takes, and I got so many responses, like way more than I expected. Some of them are like really funny, chill hot takes. Other ones are like some tea. I just think it would be super fun to talk about some hot takes. Drop in the comments your opinions on any of this. I want to hear it. I want to know what you guys think, and drop in the comments any hot takes. I'll be replying to the comments with my opinions on those as well. And make sure you're following me on Instagram so you never miss an opportunity to be involved in a video. But hit that subscribe button before you leave. And without further ado, let's get into some hot takes. One, podcasts are better than books. This really depends for me. I'm an avid reader. I think I read about 50 books in 2022. I just set a reading goal of 52 books in 2023, which I definitely will hit. I love a good book, and I really love nonfiction books and fiction books, so I don't know, but there's something about a podcast that is just like so juicy. My favorite podcasts are Girl Talk by Adeline Marin, and that one has only been out for 2 weeks. It's already my favorite, but I also just love her energy. Jerry and I love to listen to Wild Till 9. We never miss an episode of Wild Till 9. I like the Flourish podcast. I like Pretty Basic. Jerry listens to a Daily Stoic podcast. So I think they're so different for me, like what I use them for. Like I'm listening to a podcast like to wake me up, get me excited for the day, like when I'm in the shower, when I'm driving, those kind of things. And I'm reading a book to like relax, unwind, and maybe like kind of escape from reality for a little bit, or to like really improve myself. So I don't know. They're just too different for me. I couldn't rate one over the other. I guess if I had to choose like one for the rest of my life, I'd probably choose books. Next one, Pepsi is better than Coke. Absolutely not. I cannot drink a Pepsi. Pepsi, first of all, gives me a really terrible migraine, but also it tastes fucking gross. That's just facts. Sorry if you have a different opinion. You're wrong. Coke is better. I don't love Coke. I'm not really a soda type of gal. Like, give me a tea, give me a juice. I love pomegranate juice, apple juice. But if I'm drinking a soda, it's either ginger ale, which is my favorite soda, or Coke or cherry Coke. But Pepsi is a never. I would not drink a Pepsi. New Year's resolutions are created by capitalism. I don't know if they're created by capitalism, but they definitely, I would say, drive capitalism. You always hear about people signing up for gym memberships, buying new workout equipment, buying, new meal prep containers, new planners, those kind of things. So yeah, I would say they definitely feed into capitalism. I agree. It's better than Netflix. Girl, I have to disagree with you on that. I really enjoyed Emily in Paris. I enjoy The Witcher, which I'm surprised that's not typically like a show I would choose, but Jerry chose it and I really like it. I like Sugar Rush. I like to watch Great British Baking Show, which I'm pretty sure is on Netflix. And I love a cheesy Netflix original Christmas movie, like the one with Lindsay Lohan. I thought that was so cute. So I love that. Obviously, I have Hulu because the Kardashians are on Hulu. I'm not missing out on that. And like ABC in general, those shows are on Hulu. I love Family Feud. But better? Nah. I would have to pick Netflix. Games end relationships. So I've only actually dated one guy that was like into video games, so I can't really speak from personal experience on this, but I can speak from like just knowing various couples and the things that they go through. I would say that video games are pretty tough on a relationship. I think honestly anything that you're prioritizing over like your person is probably tough. But yeah, I definitely think video games are addictive. I think that people who play them often tend to kind of lose sight of like time boundaries and how much they're playing them. So yeah, I could agree. I know Jerry is like a big believer that video games damage relationships, and he's like given me really great examples of that. So yeah, I would say that's probably pretty accurate. Conditioner is overrated. So I did not know that people were out here living without conditioner until I went to Europe in 2014 on my first solo trip. And I got there, I was there for quite a while, and I got there, I didn't pack conditioner because I just figured the hotels would have it, or if I needed some, I could pick it up locally. And let me tell you, I had to look in 3 countries. I went weeks without conditioner. My hair was, luckily I had straightened it before I went, but I didn't wash my hair for probably about 3 weeks because washing my hair without conditioner, like I will end up with a mess in the back. Like it will just be not even a dreadlock. It'll be like matted dog fur. So I think this probably depends on your hair type. I know my mom can get away with like not using conditioner and her hair will just stay beautiful, but that's not the situation for me. My hair would literally not untangle, so I'm gonna have to disagree. College degrees are a waste of money. So if you don't know, I have my master's degree. I have a bachelor's degree in international business and strategic management and an MBA. And I 100% agree. If you're not becoming a doctor or like an engineer, something that needs a specific level of education and a specific degree to do it, you know, obviously you have to go to med school to become a licensed doctor. So in those ways, yeah, I think you should probably go to college if that's your dream. But if you're like, honestly, if you're getting like a business degree or you want to be an entrepreneur, or, you know, you are interested in working in a field where like the specific certification is not make or break, yeah, I think college degrees are a waste of money. If I could tell my younger self what I know now, I probably wouldn't have either degree. Masculine and feminine energy isn't real. Okay, I used to believe in this so much. I would have totally agreed with this even 2 years ago, but then I read a book. Let me grab the book. Hold on. I've talked about this book a ton of times on my channel, but this is The Audacity to Be Queen, The Unapologetic Art of Dreaming Big and Manifesting Your Most Fabulous Life by Gina DeVee. I'll link it in the description box. Before I read this book, I would have 100% agreed with masculine and feminine energy not being a real thing. And I honestly just like, when Jerry bought me this book and it said it was like referring to women as queens, it gave me the ick, and I like didn't start reading this book for weeks. But after reading this, it kind of opened my eyes to what masculine and feminine energy is. And I've since researched it quite a bit, read about it more from different perspectives, and now I 100% believe in it and think it's real. I definitely believe in divine feminine energy. I really believe like women are the creators of life. And And there's like so many beautiful feminine qualities. However, I will say I think that every single person has some masculine and some feminine energy. I tend to present like a very masculine energy at my desk job, but at home I would say I have more feminine energy, and same with like just how our marriage is, all of those things. We both have some of each, but it balances out really well. I absolutely believe in masculine and feminine energies. I would say as a woman, my life has gotten drastically better. I've been more successful, more happy, more healthy since learning about the two different kinds of energy and really leaning in and embracing more of that feminine energy. So I'd have to say I believe they are very real and very important. Reusable straws are gross. I know who wrote this, and she says this to me like pretty much every time I use a reusable straw. I can see your point. If you're like not washing it, obviously that's pretty gross. Or if you like don't use a straw cleaner, that's probably pretty gross. I primarily use glass straws, and they're obviously see-through, so you can see that they're clean. But I love a reusable straw, especially if I am gonna have a soda, which like I said, I don't really drink soda that often. Having an icy Coca-Cola with a metal reusable straw is like, I think it's probably the same effect that people get from Moscow Mules, but I don't drink. I love that. And your man daddy is not sexy, it's creepy. I am not here to yuck your yum. You do whatever you want to do with your man. I don't kink shame here. If you like to call your man daddy and he likes to hear it, go for it. I, however, would not be doing that. For me, that's not like something sexy. That's kind of weird. I don't know why you would want to use mommy or daddy in any kind of sexual way. For me, that wouldn't work personally. But you know what? If you're two consenting adults, y'all do what you want to do. Privilege is real. Absolutely. You know, as shitty as that is, for sure, I think a lot of things happen easier and faster if the person or people or general society thinks you're pretty. The Office is an overrated show. Somebody has some bold opinions. Let me admit something to you. I have never watched a full episode of The Office. It's just, I don't really love comedy shows in general. That's not really like the type of show I watch. And I watched a part of one episode. It didn't grab me, and I just haven't had the time or desire to watch it. So couldn't tell you about that hot take because I haven't experienced it myself. But maybe. People aren't meant to be monogamous, and that same person wrote exes can't be friends. Interesting. I think those are kind of two conflicting views in my eyes. I don't know. People aren't meant to be monogamous. I have heard this from quite a few people. I've read a book about this, and I don't agree with it. I think that there are probably some people who don't desire that in life, or, you know, don't choose that. But I don't think, like, as a general consensus, people aren't meant to be monogamous. I think there's something really beautiful that comes from having a loving monogamous relationship. Obviously, I'm married, and I love our relationship and would not ever want to have another person. We were just talking about last night, actually, Jerry and I were talking about Sister Wives, and in 2014, that show had such a chokehold on me. I was obsessed with that show. I loved it, and when I was watching it, I was like, oh my gosh, this seems like kind of a thrilling way to live. Like, you have 3 women that are bringing, and then obviously he added another wife, 4 women that are all bringing like different skills, talents, desires into a relationship that could be exciting. What I thought was most exciting about it was like raising kids is your kids are getting like 4 moms, and like, I mean, moms are great. So I used to really think that was awesome, but as we can see from the Brown family, who now there's only one wife. I don't know if it's sustainable. I really don't. I don't know if you can, like, when you're in love with somebody and they're your partner, I don't know if you can share them and like maintain a really beautiful relationship. Maybe, I don't know. But for me, I would say I know I'm meant to be monogamous. So that's all I could say to that. Exes can't be friends. I actually do agree with this. I kind of have a rule, and like Jerry and I had established this pretty early in our relationship, is if you've seen somebody naked, you don't need to be friends with them after that. So yeah, I'm not friends with any of my exes. I agree. If you've had intimacy with somebody, then I think it's odd to go back to being friends. Not a fan of Beyonce's music. It does nothing for me. Girl, the beehive is gonna come get you. These kind of spicy takes are why I kept all of the answers anonymous. Do and don't agree. There are some Beyonce songs that are bangers. I love some of them. I love Get Me Bodied. I like Hold Up. There are some songs, like Beyonce songs, I really love. But I would say I'm not like the biggest fan. I don't think I've heard anything off of Renaissance. If I have, it was in Jerry's car because he uses the radio sometimes, but that I can recall, I haven't heard anything off of it. Yeah, I would say that people do go really hard for Beyonce. So Taylor Swift is overrated. You guys know my answer to this. Come on. I am going to 2 dates of the Eras tour. I have been to every Taylor Swift tour that she has done. I love Taylor's music. I really do. I can see where people get like tired of the drama that surrounds her. So in that way I could say possibly, but I love her music. I think she writes really beautiful lyrics, and I'm very excited to go to her show. And I spent quite a bit of money to do it because the tickets this year were insane. They're better than dogs. No, you're wrong. Next question. Apples are overrated. I don't know if you're talking about the fruit or the product. If you're talking about the fruit, I love an apple. But yeah, they're probably overrated. I don't like apple pie. They're definitely not my favorite fruit. So maybe. If you're talking about Apple devices, I don't know. I'm like an Apple girl to the heart and soul. I use an iMac at work. I use an iMac and a MacBook Pro for my personal use. I have an iPhone. I have an Apple Watch. I don't know. I will say at my wedding, one of my best friends, Becca, has a Google phone, I want to say, and some of the pictures she took were like such stunning quality. They looked like professional camera pictures. So I would say that her camera, I don't know what phone she has, but I know it's not on Apple. Her camera is like better than my camera. So maybe I could see that. But I love Apple. I won't ever switch. New York and LA are overrated cities. So Jerry is from New York and 2 of his daughters live there, but I haven't been to New York enough times or spent like a big enough chunk of time there to really form an opinion. Our first trip to New York was in January, and I was so cold because we got caught out in the rain. And I definitely chose the wrong shoes. So if you had asked me like directly following that trip, I would have agreed. But we've been a few times since, and it was like in different times of the year, and I was wearing proper footwear and I liked it. And I definitely think that the food there, like the fact that you can get, you know, so many types of food so easily, that's something that I really enjoyed. I have never had Vareniki like the ones I had there, so I loved the food in New York. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, I don't have an opinion on New York. I couldn't tell you if I think it's overrated. Los Angeles, I love Los Angeles. It's one of my favorite places to be. It's somewhere that I really see myself living long term. I love the weather. I love how convenient everything is. I love just a lot about Los Angeles. So I would personally say it's not overrated, but if you mean like Hollywood and like celebrity, that kind of stuff, probably. But if you're just talking about like Los Angeles, Southern California in general, I love it. Renting is better than owning. My grandma has always said this to me, is she rents her home now and she really enjoys that because, you know, if something breaks, it's not her responsibility. She doesn't have to worry about the cost of like upkeep. And yeah, a lot of different things like that. She always says like houses are money pits. And since owning this house, I can tell you there's always something to be fixed. However, I really am enjoying home ownership. There's something I find so freeing about. Me and Jerry were talking about this actually last night in bed. Is like, it's so cool that if we want to paint every wall in our house black, we can. When I wanted to paint our kitchen cabinets and our doors black, I didn't have to ask anybody. I just did. And even like silly things like we were talking about the other day is if we wanted to kick a hole in our wall, we totally could. It would just be up to us. Obviously, we didn't do that. We don't have a reason for doing that. But I love that. I think it's so much fun. Only thing I don't enjoy is in my future homes, I think I would want AstroTurf or like a landscaping company that is very, very consistent because I don't enjoy having a yard. Ranch is an overrated sauce. Ketchup is better. That is blasphemy, and that kind of behavior will not be tolerated on this channel. No, absolutely not. Do I like ketchup? Yes. But is ranch superior on pretty much everything? Yes. They're better friends than girls. Okay, so this is exactly what Adeline Marin's podcast was talking about, female friendships. And I see this on TikTok. I see this all over the place, that guys make better friends than girls, or girls are too much drama, or whatever. I have to say I disagree. Outside of Jerry, I have my mom and then my two best friends. One of my best friends, Kelly, like Jerry and her get along really well too, and we were just having a FaceTime date where we were talking about like when a guy compliments you as a woman, you're like, whatever. Guys are like easy to impress, but when a girl compliments you, you know, you feel cute. And I kind of feel that way about female friendships, is that there is something so empowering and so exciting and so fun about having a girl that like is your hype woman and your best friend. You can tell your secrets to. You can ask her about things without feeling embarrassed. You'll be like, girl, is this normal? And you guys can have that really open dialogue, and I don't think that can be replaced in a male-female relationship. So even platonic, I just don't think so. So no, I would not agree. I think that guys make good friends, and I think that for men, it's very important to have male friendships, same as for women. But I would disagree. I think that you need to have some good girlfriends in your life. So that wraps up the hot takes and another day of Vlogmas. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thought it was fun. Another trend I think is really fun, and let me know if you guys would want to do this, is the Reddit threads, Am I the Asshole, where people describe like their situation and you have to determine if they're in the wrong or not. So if that's a video you guys would like to see, let me know in the comments. But I hope you guys are enjoying your day. I hope you're enjoying Vlogmas. If you have a fun hot take, drop it down below. I will be responding to those comments. And be sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave. But until next time, I will see you next time, which is tomorrow. So have a great day. Bye, guys.
Yeah. They said, Saint Nick, what you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, in my back, yeah.